What's up, Chucklefucks? Welcome back to Wrench's Wreckfest, the series where you submit your From the Depths designs to me for review, and I either praise them for them being a fantastic design with little feedback, or shit all over them for them being a terrible design with maybe a side of constructive criticism. You fuckers keep submitting so many designs now so regularly, you're about to make me have to limit the amount of blueprints each person can submit each week to one to make it more manageable, because this shit's getting ridiculous. So, starting off with the people who have submitted singular designs, we've got at the top of the list the ANS Tola by Night. What is this thing? Oh. Pole's looking a little funky. The only reason I say that is because it like bulges out here in the back. It's got a fat ass. Although I do like the propeller setup that you got. I feel like I would like to see more of on this. Instead of it just being flat sides all the way down, create some kind of curvature, like curving inwards, to give the hull a little bit more shape. The top-down perspective of the hull is alright, but I feel like it needs a little bit more curvature on the side there. 400 mil, you got enough recoil absorption, you got enough rail use, or rail capacity, firing 10.9 RPM. I do like that turret cap. Although I would try and work on these missile launchers a little bit more. I feel like instead of using the launchers that like stick out, or the hatches that stick out up top, I would personally create like some custom hatches to make it a little bit more flush here, and maybe move the missiles out by 1 more meter, because they do look a little bit close to the barrel, especially for how thick the barrel is. Turret cap wise, don't care for the heavy armor exposed, of course, as always, but other than that, not too bad. Like the little supports you got on the bridge windows, nothing inside the bridge, understandable, don't blame you. I feel like you could use a few more little windows or viewports kind of around the superstructure, because it feels like it's missing a little bit of that. These, they're alright, you kind of got somewhat hazard markings here. Let me guess, is this a diff gun? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. And what is this? Oh, it's a pack cannon. Very small pack cannon, but alright. That missile launcher needs some work. First off, I would hide the default small rail texture. Get rid of that. Use like the firebox. Let's see here. Yeah, small firebox as like the lid or the hatch for the front of these. And then you can use like the regular like hatch door texture, the armored hatch door, as the back end of that to make it look like you could load a missile through the back end. And then I would slim up your turret base here. Maybe use like a steam tank and deco it around, and then maybe shrink it down a little bit. Back here, I feel like your helicopter pads here, the colors on those, I know it's not in the colors that it's supposed to be in, but I feel like they should definitely be a brighter or more noticeable color on that. Aircraft are a bit chunky, but not too bad. I like them chunky. Though I feel like instead of having the 2 separate cockpits here, I feel like it needs to have that 2-meter slope connected to here, because it looks a little bit off that way. But other than that, everything else on the ship seems to look alright. It's also pretty fast, too. Next is the C3 in Relic Snow? Relic Snow? You fuckers just love to hear me butcher all your weird-ass names. This is by Eclipse. I can't tell what this thing is. I don't know if it's a tank, I don't know if it's a ship, a sub, what's just... What in the fuck? Oh, it's a weird... It's a steam-powered double biplane. What the fuck? I mean, I guess props to you for making it very obvious this is steam-powered, but still, what the hell? The overall detail on all the like little rigging and stuff on the biplane bits looks like it was an absolute pain in the dick, so hats off to you for that. But oh, you've even got like the little belt running over here. Oh my god. The attention to detail on this is nice. But, that being said, what the hell? This thing is weird. This thing is really weird. It's also kind of slow, but it is a biplane. What the... I'm lost for words on this. Like... I can't tell if this thing's supposed to be, like, huge and really sized down for FTD, or if it's supposed to be really small. Because, like, these windows, at least I'm assuming these are windows for a cockpit or whatever. That's a full-size door. Oh my god. This thing's got to be very uncomfortable to be inside of. My god. The colors are a little whack, but overall shaping, it kind of adds to the thing of it kind of looks like a life raft that got a steam engine strapped to it and 2 sets of biplane fucking wings put on it and made it fly. I don't really have much input I can have for this. I mean... Oh, there it goes. What does your bomb look like? Basic tube. It is a tad bit shiny though, but... Oh, it's a torpedo. Wait, it just flops down on the ground. Hold on. Yeah, it is a torpedo. Oh, well. Either way, is it a large or a medium? It is a large. Is this even width? No. So, I'm assuming you have this thing on a piston to get the thing centered since the 2 meters... Yeah, that's gotta be what you did. Okay, interesting design, but ew. Next is the M65 BVM Comrade. This is by Cringe, you little rat bastard. I feel like I've seen your Comrade before, but I don't remember you adding the ERA plates up here on the front. I would say make it something other than the heavy armor texture, because I don't particularly care for that. I would make that a pleek instead. But I do like all the little ERA tiles over it. I've still never been a fan of your Sector 7 colors. They're better than your regular colors, but actual overall shaping and turret design is not bad. You just have some fuck-ass colors. It's a 315 mil with not enough recoil absorption and not enough rail capacity. Restart the gun! With a fire rate of 15 RPM. The stats are a little bit spicy. That's for absolute certain, but okay. Yeah, overall design of it is not too bad. I like that you made some custom wheels. You used like that steam 3-meter wheel and then just added a alloy tube around that. Basic wheel design, but it gets the point across and saves you from having to make a bunch of decos with a bunch of spokes, so hats off to you for a bit of deco efficiency on that. It feels like the turret cap is really detailed with a bunch of finite little tiny things, but then the hull is not. I feel like you could use a little bit more random equipment laying around on the sides and also get rid of that because that looks stupid as fuck. Other like little hand tools, entrenchment tools, maybe like on this side you can make some other like material crates or whatever hanging off the side. Over here be your equipment and stuff. Kind of make it look a little bit more used, but other than that, not too bad. Next is the Hmano? Hmano? Whatever. By Elite Leon. This looks like a weird ass... Oh my god. Is this supposed to be like that certain tank that has just a bunch of recoilless rifles on it? I think so. I like all the little details. So like, oh, it's all like linked together. At least it looks like. Or, no, they're not all linked together to like open up the backside of them, but yeah. Okay. Recoilless rifle tubes look pretty good. Like the details on them, and the open back AA turret here. Looks like it was a pain in the dick to make, so appreciate that. Let's see here, it's an 88 mil. You got enough recoil absorption and firing 232 RPM. Not too shabby. I love all the little sandbags you got around here. What is this? What is the, is that like one of those material containers squished down a lot? Oh, a flamer fuel tank. And then you textured it to be stone, I'm assuming. Oh, no, you textured it to be coal. Huh. That works pretty good as sandbags. I'll have to keep that in mind. Very nice. They just look so fucking stupid. Such a stupid design, but, it works. Oh, the custom... Jesus. Just, it's such a fuck-ass tank. But, how much is it? It's 114,000. Do you have custom missiles? Yes, you do. Looking good as always. Jesus. How fast is this thing? Turn off your fucking movement and get moving. That's kind of contradictory, but whatever. Not too terribly fast. At least it takes a while for it to get up there, but it doesn't exactly have room for a big ass fucking engine. I don't know if you were actually basing this off of something, but maybe add some like little handrails here on the sides of the door or something. I don't know, or maybe add like a tiny little railing here on this back platform. I really don't have any other details to add to it because I don't know what the fuck else to add to this absolute fucking shitpost of I can't barely even call it a tank. It's just shitpost. Next is the Land Class Hoverbike. This is by Grinis here. Ooh. Oh. It got a little fucking happy there to jump up all of a sudden. Okay. Very interesting design. If this is supposed to be windows, I highly suggest making your windows actually out of glass instead of metal fucking plates so they can see. Jesus Christ, people. Oh, I'm gonna make my glass out of fucking metal. Ooh. How the fuck are you supposed to see if you don't got no goddamn cameras? What's the point of making a cockpit if it ain't made out of glass? God damn. Okay. So, the other thing I'm kind of seeing with this, I like the, like, propeller design here that you got, but I feel like either this upper support or the lower support should not just be straight out. Like, instead, maybe make this lower one come out, start here, and then come down at like a 45-degree angle, and then straight over to here. I feel like that would add a little bit more depth to the design. I feel like it would just look better rather than the two straight beams connecting the two. I would also try and create some custom missile decos for that. It's so small, it's hard to add any other details because everything else, minus the glass and maybe that bottom, or even you can even do that for the top support bar, looks pretty good. How expensive is this thing? $7,800. This thing is a cheap motherfucker. How fast does it go? I don't know. I can't get it to fucking go anymore.
And fly with please. Moving out.
There you go. Oh, okay. It goes 63 meters a second. Not too bad. Especially for how cheap it is. It's also very material efficient, too. It's hardly using anything. So, not too bad. Not too bad. I like that. Yeah, not too bad. Not too much that you could really add to this thing. Maybe add like a taller and skinnier, like radio communication antennas or something. But other than that, pretty good. Next is the C40 Veruda Block 30. This is by Prof, whatever. Okay. Definitely would have looked better in its stock colors that it was in. Hold on. There we go. Just pause the game so I don't have to fuck with the fleet colors. Okay. I do like the colors on this, although I feel like the red should be changed out for maybe like an orange. I feel like the orange would go well with the white and the light blue instead of like a bright red with almost like a pinkish tone to it. I do like the little cockpit here. The glass supports look good. I would maybe try and move the door back by 1 meter and then putting like a 45-degree angle, tapering the door inwards, like kind of like that, and have like the door right there. You get what I mean? Just to kind of make it look like it's not just a random cutout and at least has some kind of aerodynamics somewhat. The other thing, I feel like these props, should be a little bit bigger and maybe add some more shaping to them instead of it just being straight blades. Wing design, it's alright. A bit thick, but it's alright. I also feel like this tail can be a little bit taller and also be flat here in the back instead of a angle like that. I feel like the flat back would look a lot better. What is this? It is an 18 mil. You got enough recoil absorption, firing 860 RPM. So a little tail gun. Okay. Is this a gun? No. Okay, so this is another 18 mil. So it's just got two little mini guns. Do these bomb hatches actually open? Oh, those are landing gears. Well, that's nice. I kind of like that. This thing doesn't have very much firepower. That's for certain. I like the little, like, refueling tube that you got for mid-air refueling. Not too huge on the trail, like the green trail blocks that you got behind the propellers. I feel like this looks good for an intake, but maybe, I don't know, maybe instead of doing the trail block here, you might do some little exhaust pipes sticking out the side. So you can do some of these like corner pipes and just do something kind of like that around here, you know, kind of fiddle around with it a bit, but I feel like that would look a little bit better. Oh, these actually do have a little bit more shaping to them. My apologies. But I feel like they still should be a little bit longer because if they feel pretty small for how big the plane is. So I would make those propellers a little bit bigger. This back slope here, I feel like it could be sloped a little bit better. So instead of it just being flat down here and then all of a sudden going to a 2-meter slope, you should instead have it be like 4-meter slope here, and then maybe make this a 3-meter slope here to kind of give it a little bit more gradual upturn to the tail. I think that would look a little bit better. But other than that, not too much other feedback. Definitely make that big. Definitely make that tail a little bit taller because it feels kind of small for how fat the rest of the plane is. Next is the Project Centauri NSA. This is by Fox. What is this thing? Ooh. Oh, I like this. But the first thing I am noticing is that as much as I like the gray undertone and then like the white armor plates, I feel like you need more of these white armor plates up here on the nose because it feels like it's missing some of that white detailing. Like I feel like another one of these kinds of shields, like right here, and maybe having it slope upwards would be kind of nice. I think that would look kind of cool. But the rest of this design, what is this? 30 mil with not enough recoil absorption, firing 658 RPM. Okay. Okay. I like the little things you got in your wings there. The trails look good. I like the exhaust. Looks good. North Star Alliance. So that's what the ANS stands for. Love the use of the large steam gearbox on that. Looks good. Same with the fuel tanks there and retexturing them. I like the little cockpit. I don't feel like the cockpit needs to be any bigger. I think it would look just better if you had some of these white armored plates up here. So you have the white accents all across the vehicle instead of just back here and then nothing up here, because it feels a little bland. But other than that, I don't really have any other input for this, because other than that, it looks like a pretty solid design. I like the overall styling. It just needs a slight tweak. Next is the Giga Battleship by Normal Guy. Judging by the fact that this thing says it is 76,000 fucking blocks and 2 million materials, this is gonna take a minute to load.
3 days later.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I don't know why, but I feel like I've looked at this before. Good lord, what is this shaping, bro? I feel like I have looked at this before. Have you? I feel like you've submitted this before. After doing a little research, yes. Yes, you did. This is just your improvements. The shaping here is still fuck-ass, but it is a little better. It's just so jagged. The problem is like, how you have all the shaping and everything, there's no, it's not uniform in any way for you to be able to easily smooth out the hull. So here's an example, a little bit of kind of like what you're trying to accomplish with that ship. This is a project of mine, and let me remove the decos on this. So you can kind of see, it's still relatively smooth, and it's all uniform with the 4-meter slopes being pretty well straight up and down here. It makes it to where it creates a lot more of a smooth base, so it's easier to get the decos to look right, if that makes any sense. Because with yours, it's just, there's so many different, it just feels like there's so many different blocks just scattered about, that it's hard to make it all nice and smooth for the slope transition. Thing is still very fat and is not, it's just super fucking heavy. Armor is definitely very thick, which is good, but my god, almost feels like it would have been better for you to make the outer hull skin out of alloy. I also would have made the superstructure out of alloy as well, and I would have changed the heavy armor texture to metal so it looks a little bit better. Mantlets look okay. These are cram guns. Ew. I'm not a fan of cram, but understandable. It's alright. I would deco these barrels and also change the rubber texture on the mantlets to stone. I think it looks a little bit better. Or you could even try coal, like on that on the sandbags on Elite Leon's design. That works pretty good as some like bags, or kind of like cloth bags. So that may work pretty good for that. But I would deco over these barrels, kind of like you did here with the cram barrels. Turret cap looks a little bit funky with it all of a sudden kind of coming up here on a straight edge. I would try to continue making that like a 45-degree angle. Or you could deco this to be like, take the 1 to 2 meter slope and then just left right scaling to 4 meters and do something like that. That looks a lot better. So I would do something like that with metal and then make the top of that metal. Bridge, it's alright. It's alright. Not too crazy. Why the fuck do you have a little gun here? You know what? Not worth me questioning. Your little guns here kind of look stupid. Like, why the fuck is there random truss blocks coming out of it? They're also really fat for secondary guns. These ones are shaped a little bit better. I would try that coal or stone texture here. And then these, their shaping is kind of fuck-ass as well. I would have decoed these applique panels here to be metal instead, so it doesn't look, so the texturing doesn't look so fucking weird on that. And then I would deco those barrels. These little guns, honestly, I don't mind these. Not too bad. If you're going to keep this thing, like, if you're going to keep the turret well hole like this, always deco over it with metal so you can't just see straight down into the hole whenever it's turning like that. Your smokestacks feel a little bit small. I would maybe make them like 4 meters taller each. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. And the last of the singular designs is going to be the Project 3MB Supercruiser from Zarkycat. Oh, okay. I feel like I've looked at this one too. Ah, that would be why this one looks so familiar. This is the sister ship of the one that you've submitted before with some of my design ideas. Okay, I don't really remember what my design ideas for that one was, but the whole smoothing up here, not too bad. It is a little bit sharp, but it's nice and smooth, and it does look good. So honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about working on that. Although this bottom layer is pretty shiny. I don't know if it's actually shiny in your colors or not, or if this... No, this looks like your colors. So yeah, that's a little bit shiny. I would cut down the shininess on that. Your guns up here look beautiful. That looks like it was an absolute nutter pain in the dick to be able to get that kind of a ball turret, so respect for that. So here, these are 160s. You get enough recoil absorption, firing 197 RPM, almost perfectly balanced. Beautiful. Beware of backblast. I feel like if you're going to put beware of backblast, I would maybe make some kind of like an exhaust port here in the back so backblast can actually come out. And then I would maybe make these hatches a different texture. Maybe make them out of a pleat just so they look like they are actually like a separate moving component of the missile tubes. Let's see here. What are these little guys? 60 mils. Get enough recoil absorption, firing 946 RPM. These looks like little Sea-Whiz guns. I love how round they are. Oh, and these nice little ammo containers. I like those. Windows look good. The bridge doesn't have too much. You also said the basement got some upgrades. So, only enter if you believe. Only bad mannequins has to get punished. Why do you make me do this? I didn't want to. What? What the fuck kind of sick ritual kind of shit have you got going on in this ship? I'm getting out of here. Ugh. What the hell? Is that the upgrades you were talking about? They don't seem like upgrades to me. Fucking weirdo. What the hell? Okay. Missile pods here look good. Not too certain on the ERA there. It kind of looks a little funky. I feel like if you're going to keep that there, maybe add like a outer alloy trim or something to it. Portholes in the side look good. Other material containers look good. Good, yeah. Those rails there. Overall, not too bad. I feel like it's missing some little tiny details kind of around here. What I like to do on a lot of these kind of like little platforms that hang off here is I will take like a 1 meter slope and then just kind of thin it down quite a lot. And then I'll like put it on a singular block and then just copy and paste it. Like do a prefab of it, then copy and paste it around. So you have little tiny supports that look like it's holding up that deck. Just adds a little bit of depth to the vehicle. And then maybe put like a different frame around the windows or something. Like a darker frame to kind of make them pop a little bit more. And then maybe some different ladders or a staircase or something to kind of make it look like it's more traversable on the outside. But other than that, the overall ship looks pretty good. Okay, now moving on to the people that have two designs. We are going to start out with the Whirl, which we have the Tank Destroyer DD1 and the Brick. All caps, Brick. But we're going to start with the more conventional design. Okay, that looked a little bit better than from a distance. First off, what the fuck are these tank treads? Second off, this thing has hardly any ground clearance, so it's gonna scrape the ground all the time. Third off, what the fuck is this hull shaping? Like, it would look a little bit better if, like, this section right here was just cut off. So it at least looks like it has some kind of, like, a turret, but... What the hell? 400 mil with way more recoil absorption needed. Way more rail capacity than needed. Firing 20.8 RPM. This is a full railgun. These detection areas look like absolute another dog shit. Just what's up with the turret shaping, man? Like, why not use larger wheels? Why not give it bigger ground clearance? And why is it so fucking large? Why is it so fat? And why are these just wood blocks? Oh, are you using a mod for these weapons? Because mod blocks or whatever, if the person that downloads the crap doesn't have that mod, it just turns them into a wood block. So I'm gonna assume that is modded weapons. Lame. Fucking make your own. But just the overall shaping of this, man. Like, how am I supposed to get feedback other than it looks absolutely dog shit? Alright. Use bigger tank wheels. Make the tank wheels go all the way up here. Get rid of, like, this whole front section of your turret to make it look at least a little bit better. Maybe add some different hatches or insignia or equipment or different tracks on the side. Like, good lord. And then you have this. Just a giant flying metal box. It's not even... Is this thing just entirely hollow? It is. It has 0 firepower. It's literally just a giant red flying brick. Or at least if you were going to call it a giant flying brick, you should have at least made it out of stone and not metal. But either way, why is everything that you make, like, just the most abhorrent, appalling craft possible that just makes me feel like I have an aneurysm every time I look at them? Next are the two crafts from Colton. They're both Harac class frigates, but this one's a 4750-51, and this one is the mod 6265-46. I'm gonna assume it's two different variants of the same ship. We'll start with the 4751. Love the exposed guns. You always make really good exposed guns, man. Love the material crates here. All the offset little details. Whole shaping is good. Big old inflatable life rafts. What are these? 76 mils. Got enough recoil absorption, firing 57.9 RPM. I'm going to assume these are just heat rounds. Oh, they're munition defense. And then these are 40 mils, firing 247 RPM with enough recoil absorption. What are these using? 40 mil. What's using the armor piercing rounds then? Do these swap? Do these swap shells? Whenever, like, certain things are coming in? I don't... Interesting. Texture turret there looks good. I like the little marker lights and the little details on this here. Bridge, very compact, but looks great. Smokestack is very detailed. God damn. Everything about your ships are always so fucking detailed, dude. Like, I feel like my ships do good on detail, and then I look at your shit, and I realize I am incompetent in comparison. Like, I just don't have anything to add to this one. And this one looks like you put turret caps around it. Oh, you even add, like, a little glass. So it's still the same gun, but you added just an armored thing around it. Oh, that looks great. I like that. And then you add a little... Were those nets on the other one? No, they weren't. Nice. I like that. I like the different style mast. It's got a helicopter pad now and anti-ship missiles. Little torpedo launcher. Still got those guns. Yeah, overall upgrades. Now they've got little fucking armored like flaps of windows. Now there's a table in here. Yeah. I like this one better personally. I really like the kind of like cage style mast of these. Really like those, but I mean, other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. I have absolutely nothing I can add to these because you do everything. Next are the two craft from Necros Pro or Necro Pro. We have the Niad and the Nurid. Okay. We'll start with this little guy here. Okay, I like your little logo there. The anchor chain thing kind of looks a bit pitiful. I would retexture this to be alloy, make it a little bit smaller, and I'll make this this little spool thing a little bit bigger. Let's see, your turret cap. It looks alright. It's not too great, but it's not too bad. So here it's 100 mil. You got a free absorption, firing 41.5 RPM. Main thing I'm noticing on this is this bridge is really high up. Feels like it should be down one more block. It also feels like this or your central mast should be taller. And maybe this should be more of like a bigger wire radar. But definitely the center mast needs to be taller. It's weird it's your smokestacks back here, but I don't entirely hate it. The little torpedo launchers, they're interesting. I like the mix up in design. Not too bad. Don't really have much to say on that. I definitely feel like, no, you got the sloping on that. Alright, that's alright. It's a small ship. Maybe add, like, instead of, oh, well, god damn it changed your colors. Well, regardless, your colors looked okay. I would try doing some more of the hull shaping, kind of like what I suggested for Knight before. But here you could probably get away with just like a 2-meter slope here. And then, I mean, it's pretty easy to implement, but then you could just do that and that. Just kind of add just a little bit more curvature to it. Helps make the hole a little bit more interesting. I like the little ladders there on the side. Personally, I wouldn't use actual portholes because they kind of look ugly with the gold rings in them. I would just use like a steam pipe and deco it onto the side. Bridge, I feel like you should also thicken up this upper plate for the windows. I would make that like 1/2 meter of like alloy plates or whatever. And then maybe add like another like little detection turret just like right here up in the front. Other than that, it looks alright. Looks alright. We'll move on to the bigger guy. It's going to definitely be the same input on the bridge section, and this mast needs to be taller. And then same thing with the portholes. Turret caps, they look alright. I would definitely make it to where the turret cap is one higher and then also has a visible like turret neck or turret base. That's smaller instead of bigger than the turret cap because it looks a little funky. I would also texture the steam jet that you've got here to be like maybe alloy or applique, and then deco the barrel to be the cram barrel texture. And then let's see, these are 100s, got a lot of recoil absorption, and 55.3 RPM. Okay. So okay. I would also make the turret cap here, like this slope here, maybe make it a 2-meter slope coming back, or make like this 1 meter here, like 45 degrees, going from here right up there like that. Missile turret looks kind of ugly. I would make hollow tubes for all these little missiles here, and then put like a hatch there in the back of it to make it actually look like it has a housing to hold the missiles. Definitely going to be the same input on the hull wise. I want to make the area that's supposed to be below the waterline at least one more up, and then do like a 4-meter beam. Or you could probably even do like, I don't know, we'll do this here on the side. do like that. And then you can make that a 1 meter. And then you can make this another 3 meter. Or you can make it a 2 meter. Kind of like that. That would make it look a lot better down there at the bottom. You could probably even get away with making this fin here a little bit bigger. And maybe maybe even move it like up to here. And then put another one back here. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and leave that at that. Next are the two craft from Foxen. We've got the PTG-02 Razer class MCS Razer 1968 and the DD03 Novum class MCS Inversio. Ooh. Hello. I like money. I love the little minigun here. So here it's 30 million, got enough recoil absorption, firing 456 RPM. Love this turret cap. I love the rounded edges of turret caps. It's always a pain in the ass to do, but man, does it look good whenever you get it done. This is a 127, got enough recoil absorption, firing 63.1 RPM. I love the hull shaping on this. Looks great, especially back here. The tail end looks great. All the little depth charges look good. I love the little marker rings around there. Definitely pulling inspiration from Colton over here. You're getting pretty good in these designs. I love all the rigging on this too. Looks great. That looks good. Protection looks good. Alright. Loving the superstructure on this, and that looks like it's a pain in the ass because that whole front end of the hull is sloping up. Looks great. Yeah, I don't really have much I can add to this one. I mean, it's just beautifully decoed, beautifully shaped, and just... And it's only 104,000. God damn. What does your armor look like? 2 to 3 layers of armor. A bit thinly armored, but I guess it is only 100k. And then this little fucker. Only 20k. Interesting turret cap. Don't hate it. I love the little cable that you got there. That's kind of neat. Kind of neat. You got glass there so the gunner can see. It's a little 76 mil. Got enough recoil absorption, firing 49 RPM. Little tiny bridge windows with the little flaps. Look great. Little marker lamps there too. Look good. What did you do for the decoration on that? Oh, I see. Just a quarter pole and then alloy poles for that. Okay. Not too bad. A little fire extinguisher. Looks good. I should make one of those to put around my ship. Got a little 50 cal. Oh, torpedo tubes. And I love the hazard marking you got around that too. Hose reels look good. Oh, you've even got like a little deployable rib boat. And then a sonar target simulator. I love how big the like propeller thing is on that. That looks great. This little thing just looks like it'd be an annoyance to fight. Probably die in a few hits, but still. Oh damn, you've even got like upwards of 3 layers of armor on this thing too. God damn. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything to add on this one either. You're submitting them for me to just look at them and go, ooh, there's nothing I could do to improve it. Because goddamn, you have more dedication for all the finite details than I do, that's for certain. Next is the two craft from Karina. This is the Chudzu Battle Cruiser. It's kind of funny to say. And the Avenge? Ooh, okay. Let's take a look at this guy. Let's just get this in the Star Strider cars. Fuck it. Okay, whole shaping. It's a little bit funky right here, but overall not bad. I understand that kind of sloping up to the like flared out deck up the top is kind of a pain in the ass, so I don't hold that against you. overall looks pretty good. I love the details on the chain, although I feel like you could probably add like little tiny poles here and there to kind of act like guides for the chain. These little guns, I feel like their little shields could be a little bit higher up here, and then maybe add like a little ammo box or two around here. Kind of look like you have like something to actually stick in here to reload. These blast bags, they ain't it, Cap. They look pretty shit, not gonna lie. I would try and just manually create some with some poles. That's what I do. It looks better than that, that's for certain. I would also retexture this to be the cram barrel texture, or like maybe a pleat, because I understand the tapered down of that, but maybe make it a different material. You could still use the same shape, but maybe different material. Do like that. All the cleaning equipment for the barrel looks great. Not too certain on the stretched out ammo container. The texture looks a little bit too stretched out. I would maybe use like a battery texture instead, or have some of these like 2-meter ammo containers stick out like this, because these ones could be stretched a little bit more and they don't look quite as bad. Plus it also adds a little bit of extra depth to the back of your turret cap. Other than that, shaping on them, they look alright. Not too bad. It's weird that you got that gun sitting right there. Not sure why you would have done that. This gun looks a little funky. I would have made the mantlet here, instead of it just a straight 45-degree up, made it actually like a circular in here. That looks okay. Feels like you're missing other little details on the deck, other material, containers, hose, reels, stuff like that. This looks good, but other little stuff around the deck would help. Oh my god, look at how small these planes are. My god, they're so tiny. I love them. Crane looks a little bit thick. How's the whole shipping back here? It's alright. It's alright. Nothing too fancy. Rigging's really good on the back here. Bridge. Oh. Recall float plane. Let's turn on the auto launch system. Huh. Neat. Smokestacks look good. The masts look good. I would recommend using the steam pipe as decoed portholes instead of the actual portholes, because the gold rings don't look very good. But other than that, that one doesn't look too bad. Now, where is the Avenge? Where the fuck did it go? I don't know. I'm just gonna spawn in a new one. What is this thing? Okay. Definitely looks very interesting. Big old... What is this? A torpedo? Yes. Yes, it is. You know, for a torpedo, it's missing kind of any kind of propulsion to, you know, actually go towards the enemy. So I would add like a propeller to the back of the design of that. The engine here looks okay. Cockpit is I feel like I could bubble up a little bit farther. I would also deco over these wings to be alloy to match the rest of the fuselage. I would make this tail a little bit taller. Make these, instead of them being like a 45-degree for the rear wings, I would make that like a 4-meter slope coming out. I would also get rid of these little supports from the rear wing to the front wing, because it kind of looks stupid, not gonna lie. Rest of the design of it, it looks... I kind of like the mechanical look of it. Next are the two craft from Will. We've got the NDL and the Buckler. Is this a ship? Okay, this is a helicopter, this is a ship. We'll start with this little guy. Look at this little guy. I would make the propeller blades not so sharp. I would make them actually come to a flat end here at the end. Other than that, the rest of the shaping of it looks pretty nice. I would also retexture it from heavy armor to metal. And I would maybe make this cockpit come back to like right here instead, and then add some other little supports for it. Those, I would just deco over these with a roll bar instead of actually having them be roll bar, because then they like kind of highlight red, like they're not connected to anything. Then you could also make them a little bit bigger so the little supports actually, like, you know, touch the roll bar. You could just deco this in entirely instead of having spin blocks on it to reduce a little bit of lag. The propellers back here, I would say the same thing. I would want to make that come to a flatter end and not make it look like fucking blades. And I would make this jet a little bit farther back. Yeah, that's about all I got for that. And oh my god, the unmatched power of the fucking sun with the light on this thing. Shaping on this is definitely fucked. Why is the gun all the way up here? Like, what the hell is going on with that? Like, why is the gun not down there instead of all the way up here? That is so weird, and it looks so wrong. Like, the turret cap is so fucking huge. It looks like it's really top heavy, and it'll roll really easy. Like, I feel like this should be 1 meter like shorter. The mantlet needs to be decoed better. That's definitely for certain. And I would deco the barrel a little bit. Let's see, what is this? This is 100 mil with not nearly enough fucking recoil absorption, barely enough rail capacity, and firing 87.6 RPM. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, you got a missile launcher back here. Okay. Power there. Looks okay. I would maybe deco the like a 4 meter slope here, or is this a 3? Oh, that's a 4. So I would do something like this here. You can take this, do that, stretch her out to 4 meters, pull it back like so, and then deco yourself in a 3 meter triangle edge like that. That would look a little bit better back there for that propeller. I would also make like a bigger custom rudder. Shaping down here is okay, I suppose. It's mainly here, it just looks so weird, and especially with your gun up top. Like, why does it like bulge out like right here, then it's flat, and then it comes to like where it looks like the turret cap actually starts? Like, I feel like this should be one solid like singular slope going from here to there, like, or make it like come here like that or something. I don't know. This thing is fucking weird. You could probably also get away with your bridge being at the glass being at a 45-degree angle like that, or you could even mix it up a little bit and make it bulge out like so. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right here. Yeah, we'll do that. Boom, boom. Like that. So you can see a little bit there. Do something like that, maybe. And then you can also maybe add some different like windows back here or something. Next are or not next. And the final two craft, which are from Kevin. We have the Wraith Squadron and the Shade Alternative Gun. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I like the shaping on this. I like the sharp angles on it. Don't care for the exposed heavy armor there, but the cockpit here looks pretty good. Block Shark lives. Now with one less deco. Okay. Very interesting design in there, but okay. I like the giant engines on this. I like the thrust, I like the outputs here. Oh, they actually like move up and down too. That's kind of neat. Okay. Overall, I like the design of that. I would just get rid of the heavy armor there and then maybe add other like little intake tubes or something like that. Other little intake ports like that, maybe here on the side, just to add to it. I think that would be kind of cool. But other than that, I don't have much else design-wise for this. It's kind of cool. What about the Wraith Squadron? What is this? Ooh. I like the design of this. I like the, like, somewhat, like, realistic, but also weird-ass design. What the hell? Okay, you know what? I don't hate that. That doesn't look too bad, and I love the cockpit on this. Love the cockpit on this. Let's see here. It's time to cook. Well, I don't think you're in a kitchen, buddy. You're in the middle of a fucking jet. It is kind of weird how it has, like, this lip here. I'm not entirely fond of that. I would have made this slope be flush with the rest of the cockpit, at least. Let's see here. The intakes there look good. I like the missiles underneath. These missiles look... I would have liked some more conventional missiles on this instead of these weird dart-looking things. All that looks okay. Overall, shaping-wise, looks pretty good. Not entirely certain on what the fuck this is. The missile decos definitely need to change something a bit better. And then I would get rid of the exposed heavy armor on this as well. Is that an actual pack gun? Oh, okay. It's not an actual pack gun. Well, in that case, I'd get rid of this little, like, glowy lens there if there's no, like, actual pack cannon or something like that. It's kind of off-putting because it kind of looks like it's supposed to be a weapon. Never mind, I take that back. There's a pack cannon literally staring me right in the face, right fucking there. Although it kind of looks weird. Although I kind of, like, stick it down like that, it's kind of looks like it has a dong hanging down. I would make that slope, like, I would instead rather see it like kind of slope down like that, and then maybe go to a 4 meter there, and then come up like that. Or even maybe like that. Make it look a little bit better. Because mainly it's this air gap here that just does not look right. And with that, I believe we are done for this session of Wrench's Wreckfest. Thank you to those who submitted your designs for review. I appreciate it as always. And if you want to participate in Wrench's Wreckfest, you can do so by joining my Discord via the link in the description below and go down to the Wrench's Wreckfest tab. Now, once you are there, as of time of upload, you can submit up to 2 blueprints every week. The cutoff is at 12 p.m. CTE every Sunday. And if you submit your craft before that deadline, your craft will be involved in the following week's video. Now, if you submit more than 2 designs, I will just review the first 2 designs that you submitted. Any other ones that you submitted in that time frame will not be included. And if you want them to be included in the following week's video, you will need to resubmit them. Anyway, with that being said, I will catch you chucklefucks in the next one. Thanks.